Welcome back, everybody. Hey, babe. The problem with Twitch is that until I'm an affiliate, it will delete my videos after a certain amount of time, which is why I want to port them if they're very important to YouTube. Uh, I haven't been porting them for a while now. I ported the first couple days that I did Animal Crossing. I haven't ported any of the Neopets ones. But because this is a guide, I'm gonna port this one to YouTube, just so that you'll always have access to it, and other people too. I figured it will be useful. So, for my starter Battledome guide, I was actually planning on using Harker, but because I've been hitting him with the lab ray, it's not gonna be an accurate estimation, estimate of what it would be like just starting new. So I'm gonna use Piers, actually. I'm gonna use Lieutenant Piers for my guide. So if you'll notice, when you go to look at your pet lookup, up until a certain level, your stats actually show up as like a phrase instead of numbers. Here you can see that his strength is quite strong, his defense is below average, his movement's quite slow, and his intelligence is average, right? Well, all of these things can be increased through training, but let's say we're just starting out and we haven't trained our pet yet. One, you're gonna want to not train at the Mystery Island, like, training place. You're gonna want to train here at Captain Three Legs Swashbuckling Academy, because it's gonna be a lot cheaper starting out. But we're gonna go and we're not gonna train at all. We're just gonna go with our very raw starter stats, but you can check to see what those are numerically on the status page for the Swashbuckling Academy, the Ninja Training School, and the Mystery Island, like, training academy thing. You can just see your raw stats here. So you'll see that he's level 1, his strength is 8, his defense is 7, his movement 6, and his HP is 20 out of 11. It is doubled right now because of the healing springs. Healing springs can actually overlevel your pet. Not overlevel, overheal your pet. And it's kind of useful. Depending. This will let us battle more. But it's not really required. So what is required, though, is some starter gear. I picked out some just really kind of intermediate level starter gear for us. The first thing that I picked out is going to be the Lesser Healing Scroll. What's important is that you get at least 2 weapons that have unlimited charges. This is, as you see, once per battle. That means that I can only use this once per battle. So you're going to want to have something that has unlimited charges per battle. No, that's my shield. This is what I'm using for my unlimited charges. It's going to be a Sun and Moon Chakram. And it'll last me a bit. It's actually an intermediate weapon, which means it's not quite starter gear, but it's cheap. So it's still pretty good to use. It gives 10 damage. It gives 5 dark and 5 light damage. Which, depending on the Battledome that you're using, they're themed. Some of them this might not be good in, but we're going to be starting out in the Battledome that is ice, in the Terror Mountain Battledome, and that one will be pretty good for the build that we're setting up with. It's also the second best place to get code stones, which is kind of what you want to be doing in one player Battledome challenges. You want to be going after profit. So we're literally just setting ourselves up so that we can farm code stones. So this is the in-depth Battlepedia. Refresh that. So the in-depth Battlepedia, you can find it from Jelly Neo. Highly recommended to look up exactly what the weapons and like shields and all of the Battledome equipment that you get can actually do. Because on Neopets itself, there's no real way of seeing that. It's kind of, you have to test it yourself and find out. But here, they've done that for you. And you can see exactly what the weapons and what the equipment can do for you. So first we are going to go and we're going to buy this Sun and Moon Chakram. No. Yeah, it says 11k. But we're going to refresh it a couple times. Okay, I guess 11k is the lowest. I saw it for 4k the other day, so I know it goes lower. You can also look and see if you can restock it yourself, if you're really low on money. So I'm going to grab this one that's 11,400. This is incredibly cheap, and it's one of the best shields you can get at low levels. It will defend against a bunch of water and earth and light, and it's just generally a really good shield. And it's incredibly cheap. I think it's given out by the Nag puzzle, and that's why it's so cheap. But it's one of the best early level shields that you can get. This is a pretty song. And this would be much easier if I had premium and I could use the Super Shop Wizard, but I do not. That one, I won't get that. That's fine. Cool Eevee. Or maybe that's cool Evie. And then we're gonna get this healing scroll. That is massively underpriced. Did they get banned? No, they just... Okay. Maybe it's actually worth that much and the other people were overcharging. I can't remember how much it was when I price checked it the other day. I think this is closer to what you're going to be finding that for. I just got really lucky. And I think someone forgot to put in a 0. So we're going to estimate it's probably going to be about 16. So 16, 11, this is like about 12. So for about 30k, you'll have your starter gears. Let me actually check Jelly Neo. What price does this normally... Yeah, no, that's what it normally goes for. I just got very lucky. You probably won't get that lucky. You might. Also, I would suggest actually looking to try and restock them. Find the shop that they're sold by and see if you just can nab them from the Neopets shop itself. Except for that Parasol of Unfortunate Demise. Really just buy that one straight out from another user. They're incredibly cheap right now. In the past, they've gone down to like 50 Neo points. I do think they come from the Neg puzzle. So we're going to equip Piers. Yep. Which you guys can't see it, but I'm clicking on each one and just equipping them. And then I accidentally equipped the wrong pet. That happens. So, I can teach you how to unequip items from one of your pets. So going to the Battledome. We're going to click Battle. Even though we're not quite battling yet. Error, you don't need that. That's not yours. 4-0 stealing that shock room. It matches their aesthetic. being an alien and all that. So, Salika's still just void. Yes, thank you. Equip it to the right pet this time. And then Battledome. Now we're actually battling. So as you can see, he's got all the starter stuff available. And I'm just going to go to abilities to check to make sure that I've got one. You start out with 3 you can pick through. I basically always go with static cling just because, and because go to the right one. So I'm going to click static cling because it's a freebie. You can pick whichever one you want at level 1. You don't have to have any charges of fairy blessings. You can just pick one for free. So I'm going to pick static cling, and then I'm going to train that ability. Yes, I'm sure. Going back to battle, picking peers. Continue. Challenger is selected by default. 2-player is going to be battling against other people, other like real life people. So you're going to want to go with Challenger. This one is every Battledome. This one's going to be Haunted. This one's the one we're looking for, which is Terror Mountain. So Donny is the lowest health point Challenger. We're going to click Donny at the lowest level, so the little green face. And then we're going to click Battle. So for this first round, it'll probably take 2 rounds to kill him most times. We're going to do a shield, we're going to do our chakrams, and we're going to do that static ability. So yeah, he's gone a little bit under half health, and he's done no damage to us this time because of the shield. It probably kicked back damage. Ooh, okay. So we might have to hit him a couple more times. Sometimes it's 1, sometimes it's 2. It kind of depends on the luck of the draw. So we just killed him, and you see he did a little bit of damage to us this time. Which is still okay. That's fine. We're going to play again. Now, here, if you wanted to spring for something a little bit better than the healing scroll, you could have gone for the bronze scorched stone. And that would let you overheal, like you would at a fairy, up to your max hit points. So you could actually heal what you've lost. The scroll, I don't think, does that. I think the scroll just heals what you had in this battle. So I'm about to use the scroll. Oh, it did heal up to full. Never mind. So yeah, okay. Good. Never mind. Forget what I said about the Scorched Stone. Some scrolls don't. Some scrolls do not heal up to max. Some scrolls only heal up to what you had when you started. So. But every healing item is only one battle per use. So you can only use that one time in a battle. But as you can see, without any training at all, we can reliably kill Donny and farm him for code stones. For like under 50k. So aw, no damage on him. He blocked it. So you kind of just alternate between using your shield and healing. And as you train up your pet, you'll get better and better at hitting him until you can one-shot him. But yeah, that's my Battledome starter guide. You want a weapon that can do at least 10 damage. You want a shield, which highly recommend the Parasol of Unfortunate Demise, and get one of the starter fairy abilities. And then you can just farm Donny for code stones. Which even on my higher end pet, you'll see I farm Donny. When I do my Battledome daily, I do Donny. Because the Terror Mountain Battledome also has a chance of dropping snowballs, and the sticky snowballs sell for a lot right now, so that's what I've been going for. You know. And that's my Battledome guide. Sometimes he hits harder than you could heal for. That's okay. Now, if you do get wiped out, you can either use a potion to heal yourself, or you can go heal at the healing springs until she heals you to full. Or until you regen your health points back. But if you're strategic with your abilities, you can just heal in battle, and then you won't have to waste a potion or leave the fight to go for the healing springs. He doesn't seem to want to give me code stones today. But he does give code stones. I've gotten up to 5 in one day from him. It's kind of just luck of the draw. But the Terror Mountain Battledome is the second highest for getting code stones from. The highest is going to be the Moroccan Battledome, the underwater one. But it requires a much higher build and setup in order to farm that one reliably. So I recommend farming Terror Mountain when you're just starting out. And actually, if you really, really want easy mode, you could avoid Terror Mountain altogether and go to Neopets Central and fight the Chia Clown, because that is really a very reliable way of farming just junk. Um, and, sometimes code stones. You can also get food from that one, though. So if you're... see, a code stone, finally. If you're looking for a way to feed your pets without putting them into the inn lodge, the Neo Lodge, or just getting cheap food, you can farm Neopets. Here, I'll show you, actually. I will heal up. A little bit. I will down Donny. Aw, we beat each other. It was a draw. Which, now that I'm down to, no health at all, I can show you guys what I mean. So first you're going to want to change your active pet to the one that got hurt. Going to make him active. And then I'm going to go hit up the healing springs in Fairyland. You can go there every 30 minutes. And that also counts for her shop. You can buy something from her shop every 30 minutes. So that almost healed him to full. But you can also buy potions from her shop. And snowballs. So now that I'm healed back up nearly to full, I'm going to go back into the Battledome. I'm going to show you the, easier battle instead of the intermediate. Piers is already selected. Continue. Continue. So, Chia Clown. 10 difficulty. Go on easy. And we go. So because he only has 10 HP, I will nearly always reliably one-shot him. Because if you remember, the chakram does 10 damage. And as long as none of that damage misses, I got him. Ah, cool, a Vux Codestone. Also, sometimes it'll say they have 0 HP and you still have to hit them one more time. I don't know, the Battledome's buggy sometimes, okay? tiny bit of strategic shield and scroll use there, so that I don't have to go use a potion. Hello! So that's basically how you cheese your way into having a newly rolled Neopet that can take on the Battledome for under 50k. There's ways of doing it even cheaper, but I like the intermediate weapons a little bit. And I don't like having a lot of downtime in between battles. Waiting for the healing springs to come up, so... But yeah, a couple days of doing your Battledome dailies, you'll have enough to pay back the 50k that you used to get yourself started. Just by having code stones dropping. Which I'm going to put this up on my YouTube channel, just so that people have it available. Thanks! Welcome! Get some of that strategic healing scroll use out. So yeah, easy mode is basically Chia Clown. A little bit harder is going to be Donny, but Donny has a higher chance of rewarding code stones. And I tend to always go with Static Shock as my starter fairy ability. I don't know, it's just the one I always choose. And yeah, that's my Battledome guide. Basically how to get started in the Battledome with like the bare minimum essentials. You're welcome. And then as you're gaining traction and going further in the Battledome, you're going to want to start out training at Captain Three Legs Swashbuckling Academy. Important thing to keep in mind is I'm going to actually show this. But say I want to increase Piers' strength, right? I would start course, but I can't right now because your statistics cannot go twice above your pet's level. So if my pet's level is, 5, all of my statistics can go to 10. So I actually have to increase my level for Piers before I can increase anything else. And because he's a sea urchin, it's only going to be a 1 doubloon coin. So, showing off how cheap that is right now, compared to code stones, which are like anywhere from 2 to 20k, they're under 1k for 1 doubloon coins. So, highly recommend you start out the Swashbuckling Academy when you're getting started training. I've seen these go for as low as like 600. See, there's 2 for 700 right now. They got frozen. They were probably a phishing scam, but I've seen them go down to 600. Which, yeah, if you ever go into a shop and when you click on something it asks you to put in your password, that's a scam. You're not actually logged out of Neopets. They're trying to fish out your password. Oh hell, I'm just gonna buy one for 1,000. You can get them for lower though. And sometimes you'll actually see people selling them in bulk on the trades. So now that I have one, I'm gonna pay. And then in 4 hours, I can go back and he will be level 2. Or sometimes you can get lucky and it'll give you 2 levels at a time. So that's a Battledome and Training Starter Guide. Which, thank you guys for coming to my stream. I'm gonna go now. Bye!